Alright, YouTube, well, this is my new project. I have turned in this utility trailer into a small camper. Now it had this door here and here. You take the bolts down and the whole door folds down, but that got heavy and cumbersome. So I took and cut a hole in the door, put some hinges on there, and put a deadbolt. Now, of course, I put the hinges on the outside, but I kind of welded the screw heads so no one could just come up and undo the screws. And I'll explain most of this stuff here in a bit, but I have a peephole through the door, so once you're inside you can look around. We have a heater, nice, warm, and toasty. I have a cot that I sleep on. Now, it comes from Walmart, and there's the original cot, and I just went ahead and put this down for a little bit of extra padding. It's one of those that you can buy in camping, just basically a ground mat. I keep it in here anyway for camping, so might as well use it. The pad that comes with the bed, pretty thick. I also bought, I use for camping, it's a little air mattress that inflates. Then I have my sleeping bag on top. Now my sleeping bag's about a 30-degree rated sleeping bag. But when it gets really cold, I have a fleece liner on the inside. So with the fleece liner and the sleeping bag, it gets really, really warm and toasty. Now, to the rest of my travel trailer. We have the door. Now what I did with the door, I just put a little connector here for closing the door, and I put a little rope. Sometimes it makes it easier. Got the deadbolt handle, the deadbolt, so I can unlock it and lock it from the inside. Now, I had a gap all the way around the door. A, airflow is coming in, and B, when you're stealth camping, I had a lot of light spilling out of this thing when I had the lights on. So I took, these are the noodles from like Walmart or wherever, and I took and mounted the noodle on the inside of this, and then I took a noodle and cut it in half and put it to cover the seam. Not only does that block the light, but it also keeps the draft from coming in. And the noodle I got at the top, just wrapped it with some Gorilla Tape, screwed it in the top here, and then at night I can just kind of push it in the seam and make it more secure. The next part, light. Now, it was really, really dark in here, and I'll explain some of these other things. It was really, really dark in here when you close the door. But what I did, oh, there it goes. Kind of hard to see with the light, but I cut in a skylight. There it goes. I cut in a skylight, so I have tons of light in here now. What I did, I just took a piece of plexiglass, cut it out, or bought a small piece. The piece I bought was probably that big-ish. I don't know, 5 by 8. Well, maybe bigger than that, maybe 8 by 12. Anyway, took and cut a hole, put silicone down, and put the plexiglass on top, and made sure it was really sealed really good. And then I ran into, when it got real cold and rainy outside, these metal walls, behind all this is just metal. Well, I don't have, here we go. It's just metal, the outside metal. So it would get, the metal of course would be really cold, and the roof was the same way. So I took and bought some foam batting and put it up there, and then over the main part where I sleep I put a real big piece that's reflective, and it reflects a lot of light down onto me, and also reflects heat. Now for nighttime I bought one of these lights from Walmart. Yes, the evil Walmart, but man, they have a lot of products. So this light, this is getting hot in here. Turn this down. This light that I have, it's magnetic. Has 3 magnets on the back. You can also turn it up like that. So when I switch it on, it's 2 lights, 1 light, and I can turn it up, and it reflects the light off the roof. So that way I'm not got light right in my face. Man, this thing is hot. Let me open the door. And yeah, it works really great. You can also take this camping. It has hooks around it, or you can attach it with this. But you can also have these cables that you can wrap around a tree or pole or what have you.